So here is population 38 Larry Johnson, Mint 9 PSA. Hilariously sells for between 130 to 160 bucks because this is a special orange bordered test print. So these test prints weren't supposed to be included in Topps Finest, but somebody at the company accidentally fucked up and cut up a whole bunch of these and chucked them in the product. So they're actually kind of rare. 25 bucks, not kidding, 25 bucks. To 99 we have this gorgeous Carson Edwards RPA. This is from 1 and 1, which people might remember from Christmas.
Card, no?
Yeah, very nice card. This also was about 30 bucks US. So actually I think that one was 25 US.
Just trying to get... here we go. I've got the screen on YouTube now.
Yeah, I was going to say, it'll say you'll only see it on YouTube because it's a share through.
It's off Discord now.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that is the thing that we were talking about is like...
See the Carson. How much was the Carson, Chesh?
I think $25 from memory.
Yeah, so that's because even if you go into a break with that, like chasing that card, you could pay like Celtics like maybe what $60, $70.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not worth it. You may as well just buy singles.
Yeah, exactly.
And then coming back to should I grade, shouldn't I grade? If you really don't care, I think the best thing about grading is once you have graded cards, you see that they're sealed and they're there for life, right? So it doesn't matter whether it comes back as a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it is. If you really love that card, that's the best way to keep it for the next 20, 30 years. Give it to your kids, whatever you do with it. So in terms of grading like that, definitely grade. But we've been having conversations. We've been seeing graded cards like, things like you're just saying there, $20, $30 US. Even if you get like a group of mates together, whatever it is, and you get 5 of you and you get a ship my card account and you split the shipping to $20 each. Like shipping's about $100 Australian. You just send all your stuff over into one and then ship every sort of 2 or 3 months. You're going to get those graded cards cheaper than chasing them here anyway. So there's not much point to grading anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, the one thing I always say to people is grade for stuff that you've invested in. Like if you've got a Jordan Scoring King, you probably want to grade it. Let's be honest. But if you've got yes, if you've got a Carson Edwards base rookie, which we'll see here in a moment, hilariously, why are you going to grade it? Like you're going to take 15 months to grade. By that time, he's either hopefully traded to another team and doing well, or still in Celtics sitting on the bench getting cobwebs. And it's worth $2. Like, congratulations.
And those ones, like we say, time is of the essence, and time just got a lot longer.
Yeah,
exactly. So what I was going to ask Chesh is, alluded to before, was we've talked before about why is there only 2 major grading kind of,
recognized,
and they kind of. What's that? Sorry.
Recognized.
Exactly. So, because they hold the ivory tower of credibility and no one really wants to touch any others. But does this type of thing give a bit more credence to some of the smaller, ones that have been trying to, do you reckon people might try them? Just go and
yeah, and then no one's gonna buy their slabs. Like, congratulations, thanks for wasting your money.
No, of course.
That's what's gonna happen. Yeah. So it doesn't change the status of the companies. You might go, well, I'm just going to go with SGA or SJA.
I'd say Beckett or PSA have an even greater status after this because it's even more exclusive.
Yeah. But no one's like, if you're thinking of, and I'm going to say this to our entire audience, if you're thinking of going with somebody else, don't be a fucking moron.
I feel like there'll be some people try and go a cheaper round or something.
Because you'll try it and you will fail. You will absolutely fail. I
also think there's a lot more people in the hobby now too, and there's going to be more people trying it. It can't be just these 2 places, and they're learning about grading, and they feel like they've got to do it, and it's more before fully understanding what's what's the way up about it and everything, and go, oh, these guys will do, and like
And
we
they'll-
joked about,
they'll
is
end up
there an
using it.
Australian company that might try and do it? That'd be pretty funny.
Renmark? Yeah, don't even get me
Yeah,
started.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I
there
think it's a
is.
very it's one of those interesting business or in like industries or environments, whatever, where there is literally two names and no one else fits in there, and
Exactly.
no one else can reach them by a like an absolute mile.
You'd
But
basically
it's
have to
interesting if
take
they'll
out-
try though.
You'd have to take out every 90s collector.
Yeah, yeah.
In the late 80s, 90s, you'd have to wait for us all to die. Incredible.
Yeah, true.
All right.
That's right.
Let's get into the mail stuff because there is
exactly.
a break that Steve has to get ready for that starts at 8:30.
Oh, I pushed it back. I
What?
pushed it back to about 8:39. So
You would have been fine. mate.
But still.
You would have been fine. All right, so I picked up some stuff. Some of it was fairly cheap. Some of it was rage-inducing, which we will get to. Not on my side, on somebody else's side who now has my number. We'll get to that. So here's this just a nice base Larry Johnson. Let me just change the autofocus on the 922. There we go. Should
is
go
it
back
an
to 23.
addiction? Is that why you paid overs, Chesh?
Sorry?
Is it an addiction? Is that why you paid overs?
Addiction. What?
Yeah, are you saying that you paid overs? You just had to have that card? Is that what you're saying? You paid
No.
way too much?
We'll get into that other thing in a minute as well. So, I mean, I am collecting Larry Johnson, but I will never pay overs for Larry Johnson stuff unless it's a Scoring Kings, and even then, it's a different thing. So, like the Larry Johnson Scoring Kings goes for around about $15 to $20. I'd probably go up to $25, no more. Somebody tried selling me one for $60, and I basically told them to get fucked. Because you just don't be an asshole. Like, oh, you collect this? Like,
even though that it's like American, say 25 American or something, 20 American, do you see that Australians always charge double?
They do, because they can't be fucked trying to do like an adjustment between the different dollar value. Like, they just don't do it. They don't do a conversion. They just go, it's double whatever, and it's like, no, guys, that's not how that works. I actually have a story about that I will get into once we hit the Carstens. Yeah. So draft picks, Larry Johnson is cool. Bear in mind that sometimes when I'm buying stuff for my collection, if it's the right place, I'll pick it up even though I know that it's going to be likely damaged, as it was in this case with the corners. The corners are fucked. The same with this NBA draft one as well. The corners are not
Love
great.
That shirt's magnificent.
It's so great. I want one.
That shirt and white pants, yes.
It's beautiful.
Here's an SPX. So I got this because it's just like hologram and just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's cool. College
It's just-
jersey, fine. It's cool.
Exactly, and it's just
Really
cool to
healthy.
like get back into like looking at the old inserts and stuff like that. And the way that they did them versus now, like, this looks like something you would probably see in this year's hoops. I'm not a
think
big
so,
fan
yeah,
of this
for
year's
sure.
hoops, but I'm a big fan of all this holofoiling going on and the 3D foil in the middle. Just thought it was really cool. Tops embossed. This set
Oh, these are great.
is one of the
You get
junk sets of the 90s.
you get the weirdest like angles on their face that if you flip that around in the light, so
Like,
great.
changing the light bulb, I don't know, getting ready to like take it in the mouth, I don't know, like, it's just the worst fucking picture you could get of a basketballer for a card.
Oh, it's great. It doesn't even look like he's doing a finger roll.
No,
it's
exactly.
It's pretty great.
So these come from J Fuss. Were these J's? I think these were from J. Hang on, give me 1 second. Let me double check. before I say that, because I don't want Jay to kill me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 1 second. Think so. Pretty sure these ones were from Jay. I'm 99% sure these are from Jay. And not from the other Jay. Oh boy. Let me check the other J for a second just to make sure. No, it's not. Okay, great. So these are from JJ Fullis, one of our community members, really lovely guy, and he had an auction going on, and he had a couple of LJs in there, and I was like, "What you got? What you got for me?" And he was like, "Well, I've got all these." I'm like, "I will take them all." He was like, "Yeah, sure, $20 something." I'm like, "Deal."
Oh, nice.
So yeah, pretty happy because this set I didn't actually get to buy a lot of. I actually think that that's a parallel because of the stamp, but I can't remember. But it's just a yeah, it's just a really cool set. It's like when they were getting into like basketball is extreme.
Yeah, definitely extreme design. Look at that, whoops and photos, and like, how's his face? Like, you just get all those faces in there. Oh, these ones, these are the 93, 94 Upper Deck, like the special insert type thing.
These were the all NBA inserts.
Yeah, I had a Michael Jordan one that I remember the day I cracked that. It was awesome. It was so sweet. Look, how good's that dunk at the end?
No, I know.
I think Larry's one of those dudes. He's right-handed, I believe, but seems to be dunking left-handed a lot. Like, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, just cool. You can see that pull-up shot is just fantastic. Here is a Crusade from Panini.
I love Crusade.
I actually need to chase down the parallels of this because they're very shiny and beautiful.
Also, what's going on with the ball? Is that after dunk? Oh no, that's the way his arm is folding around.
It's just
that's
folding
weird.
like tomahawk in it.
Look on the front. It looks like his arm is So the way they've it looks like the ball's just behind his back and he's missed a dunk.
Let me just change where that is. Where that is.
His forearms behind the ball. It's weird. What a weird illusion.
Exactly.
Do you have the Grandma set?
I only have one of the Grandmas, which is where he's dribbling, I think. I actually wanted to get the whole set and get them graded, just because I think that's hilarious.
Yeah. Gotta meme it up, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
GMA, are you happy with GMA?
I mean, graded is graded. I mean, if you've got some from GMA, I'll take them off your hands, but I'm not going to go out of my way. Here's one. So this is an insert. I actually didn't know this insert even existed. This is another All NBA All Stars insert, which is weird. Like, I literally did not know that this was a thing. And I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks like an interesting common card. And it arrived and I'm like, oh, it's an insert. The 3D Jam, Larry Johnson. I think we all remember 3D Jam. Oh, fantastic. So cool. Look at that shit.
Yeah, I've got the glasses too. They're not in good shape, but I have the glasses.
Believe it or not, this is a base card and it looks like a fucking insert. Look at how nice that looks.
That's hot. That's hot. Also with the script text and everything, it's almost like a Luther Vandross album or something. Like
now,
he's the Knicks logo on the back as he's transitioning his career.
Yeah. Here's one that I didn't know about. Since when did Topps do this, like Topps Chrome frequent flyers as part of Stadium Club? I didn't know it's a base card as well. But like, yeah. I just saw it in the list of cards and it was a frequent flyer and I'm like, oh, I don't have that. I'll take that one, absolutely. Only to receive it and go, oh, it's a Topps Chrome. That's awesome. And of course, one of the coolest insert sets, Young Lion.
Get a line of
Rah, it's so cool. From one of the Facebook sales, I managed to nab this because I didn't have a copy. So it's just a Tmall parallel, but very cool. Very cool. Very shiny. From eBay, I grabbed
nice.
this really nice one from this year, or I guess last year now, PJ Washington and Larry.
PJ Washington. Okay.
Yeah.
A little mix-up.
It's a nice mix-up. It was very cool. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll take that. A Topps Finest with the Protector.
I was going to say, as we said before about the Hornets and LaMelo, that's going to be a pretty funky team this year. And again, who knows? Like, question marks. They've got Gordon Hayward on the roster as well.
And look, they've got Jordan Tementor, so who knows?
Yeah, exactly. And they've still got two point guards. They've got Rozier and...
I'm going to put these up there so you don't see them.
What's his name, I believe?
So, this cunt, Marky 3018... because you've got my address and you've already threatened you're going to come around and sort me out, you piece of shit.
Oh, wow.
Now the internet is going to absolutely know that you're a piece of shit and that they should stay away from your eBay because you're a psycho. So this dickhead sends me this Raymond Larry Johnson. Now I'm not going to take it out of the sleeve because you'll probably be able to see the damage before I even get it out of the fucking sleeve. So the corner here is chewed. The foil's actually peeling on the side of the Rainman. Yeah, you can see it. That whiting there. That foil's actually peeling up. Now, I gave him a negative review on eBay, as I should, as I'm absolutely entitled to under eBay's terms and conditions, because you told me that this is very good, and that condition is not very good at all. That condition is fucked, mate. Absolutely fucked. So this arse clown sends me a message on eBay saying if I had a problem with his card, I could have contacted him first. Well, number one, that's not how feedback on eBay works. You should be checking your cards before you send them out. And number two, I am the buyer. I am well within my reason to turn around and give you negative feedback straight up without even having to contact you.
You realistically have to, because if that happens and you just go whatever, put the card aside, forget about it, how many more people do that?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to wean these buyers out and get rid of them.
Now, what extra annoys me is that these are both members only. And that really pisses me off. Because they're very cool cards. This one, not so much. This one's mostly fine. The corners are a bit bent, which was not mentioned. But it's just a cool die cut. And this is what I actually wanted in the first place. So this arse clown calls me at 9 a.m. Right? I don't answer stranger calls. If your number pops up and I don't know who you are, I'm just going to leave it and like hit reject, and you can leave me a voicemail. And then he texts me. I save all my texts, by the way. Let me just... Here we go. There we go, fellas. Whoops, that's his number. We don't want to see that. Yeah, so this arse clown decided that he would actually, quite literally, first off by trying to do the whole, like, do you want me to come around and sort this out in person, Albert? Right? And me going, who is this? And him going, are you an idiot? Well, you're the idiot because I don't fucking know who you are and you're just texting me out of the blue. I'm sorry, but it doesn't take Red Simons to know you're the idiot, buddy. And so I, of course, responded with, so now you're threatening me. Cool, man, you're a hero. And he said, I'm not threatening you. I'm simply asking if you'd like to talk in person, as you have a lot to say behind a computer. I'm behind a keyboard. The computer's over there, you moron. If you want to say that I'm a keyboard warrior, do it the right way and call me an SJW. I for sure am a fucking snowflake. Don't be so insecure. Perhaps you should choose your words wisely. If you can't back it up, pussy. You're the one who didn't put your address or any identifier details on your actual envelope. Which if you had have, I would have taken to the police with those text messages and gone, hi, I'd like to have a complaint put against this person. And then I would have gone and gotten an AVO. Because fuck you.
Absolutely.
You're an ass clown.
Eat that.
And also, there is a green belt and a black belt that lives in this house. So congratulations, buddy. Anyway.
I said it here today, Chesh, but this kind of stuff like brings me out of the positivity and what we do for like a few seconds. You're like, God, this gets really gross, and I often shy away from it, of course.
But like to threaten somebody through text message because they gave you a negative feedback on eBay. Like, how insecure about your eBay account do you need to be? Like, your card had an issue, I gave you negative feedback, fucking move on. Like, I sent you pictures of the card after you started threatening me. If you had have said, hey man, I'm real sorry, we can work on this feedback thing, can you show me what's wrong with the card? I would absolutely happily send you pictures and maybe get a partial refund or a full fucking refund. But no, you had to be an asshole. Alright, cool. Now we got that over and done with. I got this really cool...
It's pretty cruel world out there in eBay at the moment. Everyone's very tense.
Just a lot of wankers.
And I think that's it.
You
Yeah.
gotta laugh at them, man.
Yeah.
You really do. You just gotta, unfortunately, laugh at it with people like we are now, and there's not much we can do. I've had so many angry people message me as well, and this is bad and that's bad, and at the end of the day, it's upsetting, and then you just gotta laugh at it and think they must be going through really bad times to be like that in the
This guy just sounds like a wanker.
Yeah, I think that's a bit I almost understand, but it's like, yeah, and it does bring out a side to people you kind of weren't really ready for. You're like, well, but yeah. And I think I always preface it like everyone's got their own struggles going on, of course.
I just always say,
dealing with it.
Treat people how you want to be
But
fucking
don't bring
treated.
it out on other people.
No, like,
That's right. That's why it's good he's bringing it up live.
yeah.
Because one day the bloke will see this and he'll realise he was a real idiot.
I have no doubt that he is already like looking at all my socials trying to figure it out because he's already got my address. And it's just like, you know, he's probably already checked out the Instagram post. Good on you. And I hope he does listen to this because I hope he realizes how much of a fucking idiot he sounds. Like, why would you do that?
At all.
Yeah. So, moving on. I got this lovely gold standard Larry Johnson to 79.
It's beautiful. I love the horns
Just-
in the background. Like, oh,
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is gorgeous. It's a very much a thicker card as well.
what are we saying? Like a 75 point, 100 point?
I have no idea. Probably a 70. Yeah, 75.
Yeah, nice.
But it's just like it's a gorgeous card. The back hat leaves a lot to be desired on gold standard. That's the one thing I don't like about gold standard cards. The backs are just like almost like old timey, but doesn't really fit with like the whole like
Definitely old timing.
sexiness.
Gold standard's definitely not one of my favourites.
They're kind of like the plaque to the trophy, though. I get that.
Talking
Hey,
about
it's Harden. You're
talking about
still doing
case
Harden thing?
hits, no.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beard. His favourite player, the Beard.
Not my favorite player since the strip club incident. This is a problem. So I purchased this before that incident happened.
All these Beard cards.
Yeah.
Did you guys see on Reddit a few months ago? Someone did a like this is how funny NBA Reddit was over the pandemic, that people got so bored of doing things like statistical analysis of how Harden played in the correlation to that city's strip clubs and quality of. It was amazing. It was really well done.
If the strip club's better, Harden plays better.
Exactly.
Because he had his wings. So yeah, this costs like $10. These high voltage, I believe, are like a case hit.
Wow.
So I mean, that's really weird for these to be like, you know, the short print card. When quite frankly, you could be doing like, I personally think per case these should be like 2 or 3 per case. I really do, just because they're a really cool looking insert. They shouldn't be that hard to get, especially considering when they're not that expensive
It's got to be
either.
that extreme thing we're talking about. which we've seen a bit of because every style goes cyclical. We all know that, and 90s fashion is very popular, and we see a lot of designs getting recycled. But yeah, I love how you said before that extreme phase of the 90s that got very funny,
extreme.
and then into the 2000s. This one, like the high voltage one, looked like the background looked like the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire logo.
Yeah, pretty much.
I call it straight off.
I feel like it should have actually been more like a Scoring Kings. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I just saw the Donruss stuff on the Facebook as well. Some of the inserts in that far out. See
Interesting.
Crunch Time, Chesh?
Yes.
Crunch Time is our like podcast logo.
Yeah. Yeah. Commander Crunch.
We did Commander Crunch, which was based on.
I think it was a card.
Yeah, exactly. we did it on. We did it based on, of course, Captain Crunch, and it's Commander Crunch. But yeah, they're doing the same thing. Which I even thought, am I ripping off a brand kind of recognition thing? And they basically just are here. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So I bought a lot of Carson Edwards, and that has two meanings. I bought a lot of Carson Edwards on eBay. That was a lot of Carson Edwards. So we of course have a.
Can I just say quick congratulations? 132 is a big achievement, mate. So. There's more than 132, but there's 100.
You got 150?
I'm at about 163 actually.
Yes.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I need to update the number correctly because we've got this Donruss Optic, and then we've got Illusions. And illusions, and illusions, and illusions.
What's your take on illusions, Chesh?
I'm a big fan of illusions. The parallels were shit because you couldn't tell one parallel from another. None of them said on the back what the parallel was, so you kind of had to guess from the boosters or the packaging. There wasn't enough numbered cards in there. When you got the numbered card, there was like that Sapphire card, right? In one product, the Sapphires were numbered. In the other product, the Sapphires actually weren't numbered at all, which makes no sense. Like, they're both the same card.
Inserts only as well.
Yeah.
So retail, you have pink. You can get pink anything, and it's not numbered.
And it doesn't tell you that it's a special fucking. Yeah, exactly. It's just like.
So
frustrating.
But in regards to value for money, I think it's brilliant.
I think it was a gorgeous looking set. And I think years to come, people will go, "Oh, I should have bought more of this set." You know, but
yeah, they basically miss out on it, and then you're right. In say 10, 15 years, they'll go back and go, "I wish I got that in that. I wish I got that insert, and I wish I got the Sapphire Zion base and all that sort of thing." And I think in the long run, the price will go up investor wise. But it's just really good to be able to afford packs realistically.
Exactly. So next up, we have Timo Carson Edwards Donruss rated rookie. This is the green and gold.
That's cool.
That is just gorgeous. I actually got this from a Facebook seller with another card. The other card I'm going to say is probably pretty good. It's out of 99. And I think both together were...
that's good.
And I think out of...
That may be my favourite one you've got.
Wow.
And I think that together these were 35 or 40 bucks. And I was just like, yeah, it's like numbered to 99. It's gorgeous. It's Court Kings, which was my favourite set from last year. This year's Court Kings, I'm pretty sure I should be able to get a heap of blasters. As soon as Jim can get blasters for Court Kings this year, I'm going to be putting in as big an order as I can. As well as hopefully a Hollywood.
If you do get them, Chesh, just keep them for like a year.
Well, I will keep some, absolutely. But there's a couple of rookies in there that I really want to start collecting. I need to choose between my Maxi and my Hayes. Hayes is like the number 3 pick, so it's just like, oh, his stuff's going to be like really good.
Were you happy where Killian went?
Not really, but beggars chooses.
Cool,
yeah. But we'll see how that pans out.
Suffers torn labrum in the right hip. How long's that going to be for? Come on, Hayes.
And speaking of numbered cards, this one is number 249. This was less painful than what I was told it was going to be by pretty much everyone I spoke to about redemptions. This is
Oh yeah. They can take a whole year if you, I mean, at least. It's just like sometimes it comes down to the player didn't get the time to sign the card.
Exactly. So this is a Carson Edwards Spectra RPA, and seriously, camera does not do it justice of like the shimmer that is on this card. This is to 149. Yes, 149. It's funny because last night I ended up losing a bid to Villami, who is from New Zealand, I think lives in Perth, and is the other big Carson Edwards collector in Australia. And
That's the other one that's
the,
like a rival.
the one that he won is numbered 78, and this is numbered 79.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I was going to go all the way. It got up to $50, and I'm like, no, I think that's my cap. Like, I think I'm done there, because like going over $50 just feels bad on a Carson at this stage until he gets court time or gets traded. It's a gorgeous card. It's a redemption, but I've already got one, so that's fine. But yeah, it was just funny because it's like now we're going to have like the brother cards basically, and we're both like the biggest collectors in Australia, which is funny because.
2 cards, Chesh. One for grading and one that you can keep so you remember what it looks like.
Yeah, well, that's part of the thought, but I don't want to have to spend a lot of money on a weird investment proposition, I guess is the best way to say it. Just because, like, until Carson actually does get that trade or gets that time, it's really hard. Hey gang, sorry the stream cut before just joining back in. Regarding SMC, the reason you're shipped to Oregon would be the tax. Yeah, exactly. If you buy like 100 card, you pay more tax in sending to Arizona than what you'd pay in a $5 check via Oregon to SMC. Yeah, well, that's exactly it, Adam. And that is explained on the SMC website. And there's also
not
some.
very well because I missed it.
There's also some great videos that SMC have added to YouTube that will tell you the theory behind what they do and why and how. So, which is where I was about to go with that. Now I feel bad because I'm basically calling you a dumbass, which is not entirely true.
First, and that's quite a common occurrence.
But yeah, so the Carson Edwards, I'll tell you about this whole thing. So. About, I think it was mid-October, I sent it away. I entered the redemption details on the Panini site. Then 2 days later, I got an email back saying that it had been entered, which usually happens straight away, but something happened with their system, so I'm fine with that. Then about 2 months later, so just before Christmas, I hit up Panini via a ticket on their site and was like, hey, this has been sitting here for 2 months. Do you know what's going on? Like, do you know how long this usually takes? If you could let me know, that'd be great. No response. Instead, the next day I got a shipping notification. So me messaging them was them going, oh shit, yeah, we need to send that out to him, don't we?
Whoa, okay, I'm messaging Panini because I have around about 40 to 50 redemptions at the moment.
Yeah, I would suggest giving them a poke and constantly poking them. Because that was weird, right? Like, doing that and then the next day having a shipping notification like, oh yeah, we forgot about this, whoops. You know, so I mean it was the day before Christmas, so I'm like, well, Christmas has come early for me, and then I was like, January 6th, fuck you. No. But I'm just happy to have it because it really is gorgeous.
That's a beautiful card, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And there's going to be more in the future, hopefully, but we'll absolutely see. Hey, mister, what's doing? My cat's just woken up. Oh, you're so warm. You've been sitting in the sun, buddy. You want to say hello to everyone? He's like, if you pick me up, I would kill you. Oh, there he is. This is 8-Bit. What's up, 8-Bit? Oh,
Hey, 8-Bit.
Cute little fluff ball that you are.
My cat will be ready to do that soon. She's literally been with us for 3 days, and she's now landlord, and we're just the tenants in this house.
Yeah.
And we call her Stevie after Stevie Nicks. She's a little
nice.
Yeah.
Did you watch the American Horror Story with Stevie Nicks singing it?
No, I read about that today. Actually, I've never touched American Horror Story. I was like, I didn't know there was an involvement. Oh, I even learnt today that Stevie Nicks went out with 2 of the Eagles. That was pretty cool as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, need to look that up for sure. We'll do.
That would have been some cool music.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. Apparently, I think the thing with Joe Walsh is like we loved each other, but for mutual overdoing the drugs, kind of had to separate. It was the time. It was the time.
It was very common back then. I'm sure it's quite common now, but we just didn't see it.
No, totally.
You'd be surprised with musicians now, to be honest.
It's a lot more volatile. I tend to feel that things were probably a bit tamer back then, and probably just enhance the creativity and didn't do too as much.
Didn't kill people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Less poisons.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So that was.
So that's mail day, Chesh. I was going to say I've got I got a package, didn't I?
Yes. Are you going to open that now? Am I going to?
I can
attempt to switch the camera around.
Switch over cameras. Is that how we can do it?
Yeah. Let me just do a thing. Hey,
yeah. Can you run it off Discord?
I can. I'm just trying to. You'll need to get your camera set up in Discord quickly
if
for
you
me.
Run. I'll do that right now.
Cool stuff,
Chesh. Where did my camera just go?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Probably doesn't matter because you'll need mine now.
Yeah, because it was only going to you guys anyway.
There's some great talk today about the Sonics coming back, which I always love a good article about this, and it was apparently put up in as this while I set up my camera. But when Adam Silver talks about it, he's always been pretty positive about it. But it's like now, probably sooner rather than later, they're going to look at Vegas and Seattle as expansions. As again, we talked about before this, like almost we've always got to look at what changes from a crisis and everything like that. And they're like, well, guess what? We kind of need to recoup some costs from the pandemic and all that stuff. And, I'm
very happy.
This amazing market of Seattle and Las Vegas.
I'm very happy that we will no longer have a Seattle Supersonics, but quite possibly a Vegas Supersonics, because I would rather back a team that is VS rather than Sam rather than SS.
Yeah.
Given the current state of America, Seattle Supersonics name isn't really that great in the sphere.
No, it's not. But it's not. But that was never the way it was abbreviated. It was always SEA. Like, yeah, you can never use SS exactly.
Just saying.
Also, by the way, it can't happen because they're part of the deal, unless it's actually that part's expired. But basically, like Oklahoma City Thunder could never be the Oklahoma City Supersonics because they left the retired jerseys, the brand, and all the intellectual property and assets with the Seattle City. In case they ever want to come back as part of the terms and conditions to all the thing. And also why Gary Payton and Sean Kemp said they'll never retire their jersey in Oklahoma City.
Well, yeah, like, rightfully so.
We never played there. So yeah, and it has that too. It's like legends of that ilk, and they don't have a team to retire their jerseys with, which they totally should. So
yeah, definitely.
Gotta get there.
NBA Jam's finest.
Oh yeah, that's like the coolest team, and I've seen some great articles on like ranking the teams, and that's definitely up there. What I was doing, so Chesh, I've got this in. Oh yeah, Logic Capture is my thing. Seems to be working. Yep.
Shake your screen for us.
No shit. Turn on camera. There we go.
I would like to know how Gary Trent Jr. is going.
Oh, I need to check some stats. The best forehead in the NBA. Gary Trent Jr., where are you?
Let's
9 points, 13 points, 7 points. He's doing okay. 7 points a game. Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Looking all right. Yeah, interesting.
Oh no.
So,
Sam,
what's up? Yeah.
You know what I think it might have done.
What?
Oh, hang on. Maybe it's gonna be fine. Hang on.
You're still streaming. Do you need me to flip my camera locally?
I won't know until I can get this working properly.
Well, once you get it working, I can flip it either way in a second, so no stress. This is we're just kind of doing this all on the fly. We've never switched cameras before. It's going to be a bit of a riot. So yeah.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Yeah. So Adams, yeah.
There we go. Share your camera
Gary
again for me.
Trenchard's going to be MVP this year. And I hold him to it.
Sam, share your camera again.
Share camera. Turn the camera. Hey.
Alright, give me 1 sec.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, let me just adjust this a little bit.
It's showing all your discords.
Yeah, I know. It's because it's been set up for this. It's been set up for something else. So I'm just gonna edit it on the fly a little bit. Don't worry about it.
Teach me your ways.
Yes, teach me, senpai. Whoop.
This is the best way. And then
So this one, of course, this is a great little package courtesy of Melbourne Cardboard, and Chesh was lovely enough to tag me in a bit of a giveaway post just for Christmas, I believe.
Yep.
And so I received this in the mail, and I believe it was just for one hoops pack, but there's something else in here which is pretty fun. I don't know if it's just to space it as a give, just to kind of hold the package together or whatever, but and can't say nicer words about these guys. They've been awesome, and they said good luck on the pack and everything, so it's going to be a fun one. I was going to say, while I'm here, we can have, now that we've got my camera on, we can do a bit of fun time with some of my fun cards in the Seattle realm. And remember, I flashed this tin around when we met up at the brewery, Chesh, and some of my have a quick look at some of my great Sonics retros. But anyway, this one, good. It says good luck, of course. Here we are. We've got a hoops pack. Very nice. I saw this. An OJ Mayo numbered to 75. Is it the National Treasures one? Is it one of those? Yep, National Treasures patch. OJ Mayo. I love this because I remember when OJ Mayo was a cool player. It was quite dude. That is a thick card, far out. I mean, whether it's there to space or not, don't mind. It's just a cool thing. I love weird patches of old players. You know. I can't believe I'm saying OJ Mayo is an old player because I remember him as a rookie. I thought he was going to be amazing. Also, shout out to... Oh, no, he wasn't on that. I was going to say there's an old doco by one of the Beastie Boys. And it was basically like Brandon Jennings and who was it? Michael Beasley and a bunch of rookies of that class and them playing at Rucker. And it's just one of the coolest docos ever. And I remember a lot of those rookies I had high hopes for, and some did stuff, whatever. But anyway, we'll get into this hoops pack. We're just ripping it, Chesh.
Yep.
Get into it. Let's see who's in here. So he said good luck. Of course, we could look for our jars and our what do you call it?
Carson Edwards.
Working? Carson, exactly.
Green Carson Edwards coming up.
Yeah, exactly. An Andre Drummond. Jared Allen. Devin Booker.
The Booker.
Mofondu Kabengele, I think it's saying his name. And a green Mitchell Robinson. I know who wants that one.
Nice.
Fun stuff. Hoops is cool. Oh, these are rad.
Hoops is
I
cool.
do actually like these. They're very cool. Exactly.
Like for a base retail product, they're pretty nice.
Exactly. So it's really nice to get some gas in the mail. It was really nice, and thanks to Melbourne Cardboard again. But so we're going to get into. This is my tin because it's a cool tin. Whatever. there's a little magic piece of junk in here to keep it all spaced. These are some of my cooler cards, I guess. We got. I know Chesh wants this one, and he'll probably get it from my cold dead hands at some stage anyway. But that's a number to 499. So they did pump out a few of these.
They pumped out a lot of those.
Glass rookie, Kawhi Leonard. It's a cool one. There's my Kobe rookie. I might do something with it at some stage.
Yeah, you probably want to get that graded, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. This is one I talk about all the time. The classic, signed Alonzo Mourning. So signed cards did come back then a little bit, but they were few and far between. And then we get into some. This is my favorite category. They're not worth very much, but I love them unconditionally. This is my Carson collection, which is anything Supersonics. Jack Sigma on card auto 99. Some of these are dirt cheap, and I love them. Gary Payton jersey auto patch is actually pretty cool. Numbered to 49, I think. I love these. Yeah, authentic arenas when they put a bit of floor on the card. That was always fun. Not numbered, I don't think. Love their stuff. Sam Perkins on card auto. Was this number 10? Hell yeah, 4 out of 10. This is what I live for. This one is I love this card. That's a Kemp patch, which there's not that many of those going around.
It's funny because that design, the patch was ended up being stolen by Panini when they did Expressionist.
Really?
I think it was the Expressionist ink ones.
Oh no, that is Panini. That is Panini.
Yeah.
But they just did the same thing.
But yeah,
these are cool. Some Gus Williams. Look at them. Numbered to 99 and not numbered, but yeah, it's cool to have 2 of them. A patch auto with Mr. Gary Payton, numbered to 49. I love these so much. What's this? Gus Williams again. This was cool. Majestic Crusade. I love Crusade so much. Not numbered, I believe. That's fine. Then you get some Spencer Hayward. Pretty cool. Not numbered. Sean Kemp Crusade. These ones I loved a bit. Oh, Xavier McDaniel's getting out of there. Nah, not numbered, but these are.
Yeah, they were just a parallel, but they were a sweet fucking parallel.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. This one's awesome.
Because there's a nice Larry Johnson of that Sean Kemp, and it looks so nice, like the foil Crusades.
X-Man, 1 of 10.
It's an eBay 101.
Yeah, exactly. So there's some of my weird Sonic stuff I love, because everyone's heard me talk about it for the last 6 months or whatever, and I've got binders full of other Sonic stuff. Again, a lot of it is here's this $5 or $10 card, and I just accrue them over the years. It's great.
I feel I can show you my collection one day because my collection is all my favorite stuff wouldn't be over $2 or $3.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. Exactly,
Yeah,
it's what it means to you.
Early 90s, you could realistically, we could only afford maybe one pack, say month.
That's right.
I had technically a business back then in sports cards, so I was buying boxes of stuff.
I was dreaming about boxes, going to the market, just dreaming.
Yeah.
Trading cards at basketball on a Saturday morning, hoping for the best.
Yeah, and I think you made a good comment before. I think it's all about keeping that special, and if you ever got to the point where being able to throw away $2,000 on a box and not even blink, and it does actually, it makes it not special anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd ever want that.
I think if you ever got to that stage, you're probably just looking for a Zion 101, that guy that was going around paying the $500,000 bounty. That's not fun.
You mean the one for the card that Peter cracked in one of the US breaks? Did you hear about that? One of our Cherry crew was the guy who cracked the 101 Zion Logo Man? The $500,000 Zion?
Yeah, he had one spot or something.
Yeah, and he was on Discord at the time. He's like, guys, hey guys, you won't believe what I've just cracked. And it's well, you crack everything, motherfucker. So what could you possibly crack that would have us? And he posted a picture and we're like, fuck off. He's like, yeah, latent sports cards just pulled my Zion 101 from National Treasures. Fuck off. What? Yeah, nothing like pulling the most expensive basketball card from 1920. Wow. Mm-hmm. So, obviously Pete's going to be cashed up for, the next couple of years for breaks.
Well, I hope he doesn't blow it all on breaks.
No, he won't.
There's good things in moderation.
No, but I mean, the thing is that he has the money to spend on those breaks anyway. I don't know what he's actually looking for in breaks other than the entertainment, because he goes in all of the biggest breaks that he can find with the biggest boxes, and he always goes in pick your team, Grizzlies and Pelicans. So it's he actually knows 100%, all right, if I just keep banging away and paying the most money possible for these 2 top teams, then it's, I'm absolutely going to hit what I need to get.
Yeah. exactly.
That's definitely not for me.
No. I can't afford it. I'd absolutely, if I could afford it, like I'd love to, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not here to gamble money I don't have. Is probably the best way to put it. Like I have goals, I have dreams, and I would rather try and work my way towards those dreams and those goals and spend a little bit on breaks, rather than like going to like national treasures, $400 per player. Like, no.
Yeah, it doesn't. See, one of my goals at the moment is so Prism is really expensive.
Yeah.
Probably maybe 8 weeks ago, John Trainer came to me and said, "Look, Prism's $1,100 a box. I want to buy a few boxes and just keep it." And I said to him, "No, like last week it was $700 US. You can't pay $1,100 for it."
No.
2 or 3 weeks later, it bumped up to like $1,700,
Mhm.
which is just out of control for retail. But one of my goals at the moment, I've been going on USA eBay and buying penmanships and rookie penmanships,
Mhm.
and I'm not paying more than $10. And to me, like as a '90s collector, that's the era I love. We never had the opportunity to like even get a basketball from America. That was almost impossible to get a basketball from America in like 1992, 93. Shipped over, it was unheard of, like unless you were rich or just lucky. So now being able to buy penmanships for under $10, and you know I've got like James Worthy. I'm doing a Kurt Rambis special at the moment, trying to get to So I want 50 Rambis
Hell yeah.
penmanships. So that will be my year goal, and
Love it.
I will post them when I get them. I won't grade them, of course, but I will post them once I get to the 50 mark. So I'm up to about 6 or 7 now, so it's looking good.
You got to grade at least one of them, right?
Well, it's $3 or $4. I think it's a bargain.
Yeah.
So yeah, even like Nasir Little, I'm collecting Nasir Little at the moment.
Oh, yeah, true.
Penmanship $6 US. I think it's just crazy, just how cheap everything is compared to box prices.
Yes,
So,
and it's how that the polarity of it. It's like the high end, the desirable players versus everyone else, and it's just But they also, that's what's so much fun. They have the opportunity of spiking up every now and then. Like Horton Tucker a few weeks ago, that was hilarious. Like,
yeah, that was crazy.
One game, that's all it takes, and his cards are on they're on par with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar cards. It's like, wow, like. Far out.
I don't understand the mentality of people when it comes to that one good game and
yes,
$100 card from a $5 card. Kyle Guy was a great example. I actually bought 2 Kyle Guy cards when he went crazy because I thought I had to.
Yeah.
It was just that mentality. Everyone was going nuts.
It's FOMO, yeah. It's like.
Fortunately, everyone's after like the Prism base and the Prism Silver. I ended up getting the penmanships and silver penmanship and at $25 US a lot, so it's still achievable.
Yeah, decent. I like Nasir Little as a player. I think he's really cool.
Yeah, well, he's just been named again, so he's been sick for the last few weeks, whatever it is. So he's just been named again. He didn't get any today, but Portland's doing pretty good. So he might. He might get a game in the next maybe week or so, and he could blow up.
Well, you and Adam, it sounded pretty good. Gary Trent Jr. and Nasir Little, the future of the Blazers for sure. I dig it.
Great possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Fingers crossed. Anyway.
Love it.
But I'll keep it all anyway. I'm not interested in. I don't really like selling too much sort of stuff, but slowly move the collection.
Yeah. No, I feel it. I love it.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, just like snapping up stuff here and there. Very select stuff on US eBay and sending it over to SMC. I need to get those cards sent back here at some point, but like it's not a big thing. I can leave them there. The thing about, and I'll say this about Ship My Cards, is the fact that they will charge you a one-time fee and not like a yearly fee, I believe, which is really fucking nice. But I was going to say, if you're into 90s content and you want to see 90s boxes broken that we can't get here at the moment, simply because some wanker keeps buying out all of the boxes and then reselling them at like $400. Thank you very much, whoever you are. You're a piece of shit. Go and check out Gerbear Breaks. on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of his content, well, probably over the last 6 months, to be honest, maybe even more. And his content is like fantastic, and he does like some Pokemon, some football, mostly basketball, even some Marvel stuff. But definitely check him out. So
I've been trying,
Nice.
been trying to buy a few 2003 similar boxes, but everyone, it's just so inflated, it's too hard.
I almost bought a 99 2000 Topps Finest for $900.
That's a decent price. I was looking at blasters around that era. Yeah, right up. It's very, very tempting. I've been going through. I want to try and collect every box from 1990 to 1996, like the base stuff, not out of control things. I'm getting there very, very slowly. I'm moving through Skybox, so that's looking pretty good. But as you said, like some of the boxes that I bought for say $70 Australian are now $250, $300.
Yeah, because and it's just because, like, because they're not on US eBay, like they're still regular price on US eBay, but somebody here just keeps buying those boxes out and then putting them up, and somebody keeps buying them, so you know.
It just goes up by 10 or 20 every time in the comps, and all of a sudden that's the price.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Steve, where can people find your stuff?
So basically, we are all through www.tradingcardcommunity.com.au. We started on the website, and we've kept everything to the website. No minis, no anything like that. We're going to try and speed up breaks from now on, meaning that they'll go every 2 to 3 weeks instead of 2 months sometimes. So we're just going to start taking, if it's not filled, we're going to take the spots and just keep everyone sort of entertained, because you find people like to go in breaks when they know it's going that day or the next day or something like that. They tend not to buy
Yeah.
real early because they want to see it that night or tomorrow. So we'll try and do a few things like that. Obviously, everyone's still stuck on Facebook. They all want to pay up family, friends, and jump on and claim their spot via Facebook. They're all scared of the websites at the moment. Even bigger companies, you see.
Isn't it interesting? You'd think running through a secure gateway of a website would be the preferable one, but he all uses PayPal anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, look, doing all the payments over Facebook and all that sort of stuff has always been to me, but you see, like even EJ Cards, for an example, Jules went to website, and like when you look at the sales on the website, if he chucks up a break on Facebook and everyone has to claim their spot on Facebook, it sells out like bang, like 10-20 minutes. He puts it up on the website.
Yeah,
it would sit there for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah,
so it just makes no sense. But if that's what people are happy with, they're happy with. I'm not
they're comfortable
going through minis and all that sort of stuff. I have a full-time job. Don't need to. Some people you see them making $600 to $800 a break and just pumping it out that stuff. Don't need to do any of that. In it for the hobby and just the chat as well. I love chatting to people.
Love it.
I think my missus hates it because I'm on the phone all the time, but and I just love chatting to people and ripping cards really, and just it's amazing. I'm sure you guys know, once you get out there, a lot of people show you their collections as well. And some of the stuff I've seen, like Origins 101 of Zion Jar, that I think that people want to know they're got them and all that sort of stuff, but I've seen them all. And 101 collections, I saw a collection the other day of a hockey player, I can't think of his name, about 80, retiring next year, this particular hockey player, and he's like top 4 in the all-time scoring and all that sort of stuff as well. I'm just seeing all those 101, just amazing collections, all that. So absolutely privileged. You can find us on the website, and then it's got links to Facebook and all that sort of stuff. There's a group breaks page. I'll be working a lot more on Trading Card Community page, which is supposed to not have anything to do with breaks. We're bringing back treasure hunt once a week again, which is basically I find an old card. If you have that card, you post it up, coin it, name it, all that sort of stuff. Post it in the comments. First one to do that. I think the jackpot's up to $20, so you get $20 credit on the store.
Nice.
So we'll keep doing that every week. It's normally $5, but I jackpotted a few times because I put a few harder cards in there. So it's good to see everyone pull their collection out as well. Even if you miss, we encourage people just to post up that card just so we can see everyone's cards.
Yeah.
And a few other exciting things that Nigel did plan that we haven't moved on that you'll hear soon, and a new website coming. So lots of things on the rise.
Exciting times. Sam, have you got anything that you need to pimp before we go?
Not really, just follow me on the Twitters. A lot of magic stuff, I guess, but on Instagram as well at Pastor Jam Sam. That's pretty much it.
Cool.
Pastor Sam, I'll do that later. Message me.
Yeah, I realized I wasn't following you on Instagram. I felt terrible. So
Terrible.
I'm going on. What am I doing?
Instagram. I'm just learning it all now. So I've got new people I've got to catch up with on Instagram. I think there's a few people that I should be following that I'm not, and I'm just trying to get my head around. I know most things, but it's all just a little bit too hard for me. So I can guide me through it a bit more.
That's what I'm here for.
They're all their own beats.
Cool.
We'll be moving to Donvale on the 22nd, so a week or two after. We'll try and catch up after that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's my old hood. I used to play for Donvale MMBL team. The Donvale.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You played MMBL.
MMBL, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Back, and this is a
Wednesday
good.
nights.
Yeah, that's right. About 5 years ago.
Yeah, I play in a league with like Darren Archer and I can't even think of the other names. They're all
Oh, yeah, nice.
He's a friend of mine. He used to do all the reffing for the MMBL games.
Yeah, nice. It was a good league, and it was like I was kind of late to the game. I didn't play much competitive through school or anything like I should have, and then got into it in my early 20s. Whereas all these guys have been playing rep their whole lives, and they're like, I had a lot to learn. They're like, you've got raw stuff, but like you can dunk and do all this stuff and shoot a basketball, but it's like learning as funny as learning the actual like theory side of basketball for once. So a lot of fun and loved my years doing that. And then I had a hip surgery and I took it easy after that. So
you're always welcome down at Slater Reserve if you're ever around in the area, because we still.
I'll give you a holler. Still got a lot of mates around there, which is great. But yeah,
nice. We're Wednesday night open age over 35s.
Oh hell yeah.
We start up again on the 3rd of February, I believe. I think.
Hell yeah.
You're always welcome to fill in. Or, my missus, I know she'll be doing a couple of TikToks, so people can she can post it on the Trading Card Community website, so people can have a good laugh.
Nice.
And,
I think that's the thing. One of the things I missed the most actually playing in real life basketball this year, or last year, sorry. So we're looking forward to getting back to that in the next month, I think. So
yeah, it really fucks with all the insurances. It's basically saying, look, you guys are too old, you can't play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It's, you're gonna die if you get COVID, so no, you can't play.
Yeah, and never mind your ankles or whatever. Like, yeah,
heart attacks on court.
yeah. Everyone's out of shape. I've heard some stories of the guys back our league. It's like, some of them. It's funny to see everyone's different physiques. It's like, yep.
Yeah, I've got 10 kilos of solid gut that I've put on, so the knees are not going to look forward to it, and the ankles blowing out already just walking around. So
I love it.
it's going to
Love
be
it.
interesting times.
Just play like Zach Randolph. You're fine.
Zach Randolph. That's actually my missus' nickname.
Oh really? What?
Zach Randolph cards.
Zebo. Love it.
That's a good one actually.
Excellent. Cool. And yeah, anything else you need to sign off with, Chesh, or you probably haven't had your dinner yet, dude?
Yeah, correct. Subscribe to my YouTube. We need to get to 100.
Yes. So
Yeah, I'll try and pump it up on my page as well, because I tried it the other day and I don't think it worked. I don't think people watch my trading card community page, so I might have to do a couple of giveaways to try and get people to. Don't think they subscribe to the Facebook notifications.
You get them to yeah. Other than that, no. I don't think I've got anything else.
I've was going to say 100 subs, Chesh, and you can change your thing to youtube.com/pack your cards right. It says Chesh.
Ooh,
Or something like that. Yeah.
I like it. I've
Yeah.
had some horrible deliveries. I'll have to send them. Next time I get a horrible delivery, I'll just send it straight to Chesh.
I think that's the first thing Chesh started to become known for.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like,
People loved it.
displaying good packaging.
Like people were just absolutely loving hearing my rants when I'm like, well, you know, look at this fucking piece of shit. Like, why would you send it like this?
I guess, but you know, I was always on the other side going optimistically. That's like, you know what, I tend to like
Also,
look at a bit of tolerance. And all these people getting into the hobby, and no one's got the information out there to show how to do it. And it's like, oh, this must be okay. And I was like, more people just need to go, okay, maybe they don't know how to do it. Let's just go away.
you just reminded me that wanker boy who stalked me and sent me the messages. This is how he fucking sent the cards. It's in a plain envelope, right? Like an express envelope, but stapled inside flimsy cardboard. Don't bother. What was the point?
That's paper.
There was just a Charlie put up a video on Cherry Crew that he had an AI inside a sort of like a thin cardboardy thing that was many staples all around.
Probably from the same dude.
I love it.
Just,
There was
yeah.
that thing of blue tape up for a while there. There was like everything was blue tape.
Everything was blue.
Bloody blue tape.
I did look, when I started, I used a lot of the painter's tape, which is the low stick or whatever. And then now, I think that you couldn't get top loaders and stuff, and now team bags are back. So even team bags, they could be anywhere up to $20 to $25 for 100 of them at one point. So very, very difficult. But now, if you don't get on top of things, it's going to go crazy again because just
The hobby wearing, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so everything's closing and can't get this, can't get that. We're going to feel the pinch pretty soon, I think.
Matthew Payne giving away more Michael Jordan scoring kings. What a legend. He's going to be known more than anything for just like being Father Christmas fucking scoring king.
Yeah. He's
PSA. It's all about scoring kings.
philanthropic exploits, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just given away.
Obviously, everyone keep your eyes peeled for July. I don't know what's happening at the moment because of COVID and a new strain just happened. So, but somebody is trying to organize the biggest trading card convention fair, whatever you want to call it, this side of the moon. So
I think I upset that guy, Chesh, because I can't find him anymore. So I tend to upset a lot of people in the hobby. I'm not one of those like you call it the boys club. I'm not in the boys club. Nobody likes me enough to put me in there.
look, I'm rarely part of any boys club. Let me be honest.
Oh yeah,
especially
if
the
anyone
amount.
pissing anyone off.
I piss a lot of people off, and it's mostly because I have a fucking potty mouth and I say it how it is. Because I can't.
He's like, you sure you want to say that? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, I can't be bothered beating around the bush. Like if I've got something to say, I'm gonna fucking say it because I don't like wasting time trying to be nice. And if something needs to be done or something needs to be said, I'll just fucking say it. Yeah.
If a person cries about it, they cry about it. There's a lot of people don't have to be friends with everybody, so there's plenty of other people out there. Obviously, you don't hurt people intentionally, but it just happens sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Now, I'm sure if you look him up, you'll find him. Should be under Matthew Payne.
Oh, it's Matty Payne organising.
Matty
It's
Payne.
the other organiser that I upset. This is the one that they were talking about doing at the Melbourne Convention Centre.
That's Matty Payne.
Oh, it was him, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I upset him then. So, based on a few years ago, I did look into putting my fencing business into one of the HIA shows. And you're looking anywhere between like 7,500, 15,000 for a stall. So it's just the prices are. What they are.
Yeah.
Even
It's just an exposure fest. Like you're not making anything back there. You know.
No,
Like, it's just...
a lot of people won't be able to afford it. So you look at even like craft fairs and stuff that my mum goes to. there's no one there anymore because it's minimum $10,000.
Yeah, isn't that funny? But yeah, no one can afford to do it.
It's crazy, yeah. You want to sell a quilt and you make $200. It takes you 6 months to make 10 of them, and it costs you $3,000 to sell them. So it's absolutely ridiculous. Yep. But I basically said it has to be a small venue. You can't, it's really good that you're reaching for the stars and all that sort of stuff, but it's just ridiculous. Like, cut it out and change it. Need people there in the hobby trying to sell singles, even if it's on consignments and all that stuff, but it's not achievable. It's just going to be a few little shops. You're going to walk in and you're going to walk out, where it needs to be a day where you want to come back the next day, sort of. And it just needs a lot more. But that's just me putting my...
That's fair. Like, the one thing that I can say in regards to that is, like, so the partnering with Oz Comic Con opens to a lot of bigger things, such as the venue. Unfortunately, the side of that venue is the fact that the venue is so expensive that tables are going to be ridiculous. And I've already dropped that to Maddie as well, saying, like, if you're going to do this, you need to find a way to supplement those tables. You need to find a way to reduce the cost on those tables. And I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know how Oz Comic Con's going to do it, because they're no longer owned by Repop. So hopefully they can get a better deal than PAX. Because the reason PAX was so expensive is because Repop was bringing people in from the US. The only people that should be technically here from the US for this particular event are probably going to be international guests like Gary Vee and stuff. But again, it's one of those things we'll see how that progresses. And I'll let everyone know that as soon as applications are out for, working with Maddie on that event, I'm going to be one of the first people putting up my hands. Being a content creator, working towards opening it up for content creators and businesses alike to try and get them in as cheaply as possible, as effectively as possible, because $10,000 for a stall is unachievable, but $5,000 is a lot more achievable and still very expensive. Coming from somebody who...
It's way too much money. And it's all controlled by the exhibition centre or whatever it's called.
Correct.
You can't say to them, hey, I want this spot and I want it for $2,000 and get a spot for it's so unachievable. But I think if you build it up over time, it's something you got to build up over like 5 years.
Well, that's not necessarily correct either. It's when you look at PAX makes for a very good, solid foundation, but that's because it already has the fans. This is relying on the fans of trading cards to get in there and sports cards, and that is a little bit more on the side of, like, will it sink or will it swim? But you can't... when you're in with Oz Comic Con, you can't just start it small. It's got to be a big spectacle to draw the eyes. But during a pandemic is the problem here. Because trying to do something like this during a pandemic, even if by July the pandemic has died away and died down or whatever and people are getting vaccinated, there's still a massive risk there. So I don't even know if this is going to go ahead this year like it was originally planned. And if it doesn't, that's good, because it means that I can niggle in a little bit of influence and go, hey, in August, you need to talk about OCC running something smaller from another venue in like anticipation of this event. Like, sure, you're not going to have the big name pullers, you're not going to have your Gary V's and whatever else probably, but maybe you can do something. Maybe you can do something as an intro event.
Swap meets, like they used to have computer swap meets and stuff like that. Like start something like that. I don't understand, because I see
Too
people
small.
traveling. I travel to them.
Too small. Trust me.
No, look, it is small, but there's a lot of small businesses out there.
There is.
I think that's good though. We're building those kind of ground up things again, which is, echoes what it was kind of like in the 90s, and that's where we're getting to again, which would be really, really kind of cool. And it's what kind of, if stores and that kind of culture kind of forms again.
No, I'm sure there's a lot of stores that are interested in branching out and just, like, look at Jules, like he started the market with Rob sort of stuff, and I'm sure they'd be happy to do like a day somewhere. He even saw that Boyle, he said he'd come from Tasmania and stuff, but it just needs to happen rather than dream, in my opinion. Don't worry about the big dream, just get it happening.
Well, it's there, but there's steps as well, to build that kind of thing. So all valid for sure. Love it. All right, well, better let you dudes go. But yeah, that's been a hefty
Been a
chat.
pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Love it.
No worries. It was great having you on finally. Hopefully, it won't be the last time. We'll see if I get Spurs again.
I'm just about to do the random in about 5 minutes. I'll let Jayhan know that to keep doing it until you do get the Spurs.
Yeah, manual override.
You prick.
Yeah, so I didn't want to tell you that Carson Edwards may be a Donald Trump fan too.
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
No, that's that one I don't know.
He's not.
do
He's been pretty vocal on that, to be honest. So,
So,
hence he has the big love tattoo on his leg.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, well, hopefully get something nice.
Yeah. Well.
Absolute pleasure.
Either way.
Yeah, hopefully you guys invite me again. We'll see how the ratings actually go down first.
Can't be worse than the stream coming out halfway through because I was trying to show the ship by card order.
It just adds character, realistically.
That's what I say about this
It's
nose.
been the story there, I think.
Sorry.
That's what I say about this nose. It just adds character.
Yeah.
Love it.
You gotta stay on the positive side. It shows that not everything's perfect, and that's a good thing because look at me. I opened up a box of cherry pie a few days ago or something, and it was a nice order. I forget who, but I forgot to hit transition.
That was hilarious. I was like, you didn't hit your transition. Oh my god, what are you doing, boy?
I just started sweating in the panic, and look, Nige has been there a few times when we've been breaking together, and I've done it, and like he can just see the look in my eye. It just looks like I'm crawling into a little ball, dying slowly. So, yeah, lucky everyone trusts me enough now. So
Exactly.
and it was a good card compared to the other night when I did open it on stream. It was a ugly Dennis Rodman that was half in the wrong part of the one touch, unfortunately.
Oh no!
So it was a folded over. I've got it here actually in front of me. It was a folded over Tower of Power.
Oh, man.
And half of it's in one side of the one touch and half of it's in the other side of the one touch. So it's not folded like.
That is
but that was really
harsh.
good. Send it back in. Send another card out, and Travis Rees will get whatever that card is.
Yikes.
Yeah. But I must do this random.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and feed this cat because he keeps sinking his claws into my legs to be like, hey, don't forget about me. I'm hungry. I'm awake.
Dinner time.
I am your owner. Feed me. Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Cool. All right, everyone. Well, thank you very much for hanging out. This has been Chesh Breaks. We had an awesome time. I hope you had an awesome time. Stuff and things, PSA stuff, whatever. Bye.
Yeah, get out of here. Bye.
See you guys.